por versus para. If you've heard horror stories about this topic, don't worry. As a beginner, you only need 5 simple, well-defined rules to use them correctly the vast majority of the time. Let's go through each one carefully, with several examples, so the pattern really sticks. Hi, I'm Andres. Welcome back to our Spanish Grammar for Beginners A1, A2 course. This is Lesson 10. Let's start with para. Most learners find it slightly easier to remember. Purpose or intended recipient. Esto es para ti. This is for you. Deadline. Lo necesito para el lunes. I need it by Monday. Destination. Salgo para Madrid. I'm leaving for Madrid. A helpful way to think about para, it almost always points forward toward a goal, a person, a deadline, or a destination. Now por. Reason/cause. Lo hice por amor. I did it out of love. Duration of time. Estudié por 2 horas. I studied for 2 hours. Por tends to point backward or through something, the reason behind an action, or the span of time something takes up. 2 more everyday uses of por that beginners run into constantly, even though they go slightly beyond the core 5 rules. Movement through a place. Caminé por el parque. I walked through the park. Exchange. Te doy $10 por ese libro. I'll give you $10 for that book. These both still fit the through exchange feeling of POR, so they're a natural extension of the same logic. Let's see all of this together in longer, natural sentences. Trabajo para una empresa grande. I work for a big company. Purpose. The company is the intended beneficiary of my work. Necesito el reporte para el viernes. I need the report by Friday. Deadline. Salimos para la playa mañana. We're leaving for the beach tomorrow. Destination. Gracias por tu ayuda. Thanks for your help. Reason. Viví en Chile por 3 años. I lived in Chile for 3 years. Duration. Caminamos por la ciudad toda la tarde. We walked through the city all afternoon. Movement through. The single most common beginner mistake is using para for duration of time, because English uses for in both cases. I studied for 2 hours, and this is for you. So the brain defaults to para everywhere. Remember, duration of time almost always uses por, not para. Estudié por 2 horas, never para 2 horas. You now have a much stronger foundation for por versus para than most beginners ever get, the 5 core rules, plus 2 very common extensions. Next, we move into the past tense, starting with the pretérito perfecto. See you there.